Connections Halifax is a community development program that assists people who've experienced mental illness to re-engage, to become part of their communities, and to become active citizens of their communities.
I first became ill when I was 14, and the health care that I got was kind of spotty. Living in Toronto for a few years, that was really rough because I didn't have any mental health care there, and that was relapse, homeless shelters. When I came back to Nova Scotia, I was very isolated.
As I was descending into psychosis, I was losing my ability to read and write. But if I could write, if sentences did come out, I would write them down as quickly as possible and save them and, you know, leave them as evidence of what I was going through and a way to actually stay connected to my world.
One of the things that happens for people that experience mental illness is they're often extremely isolated. Often their social networks fall apart, and they're really floundering. And so having community support is just a place to kind of begin to reconnect to the community, and often back to their own communities and maybe into new communities.
I really had a really great experience with Connections, which is a place that I went to for peer support when I was first ill. And the people that were there that I met were so accepting. And there was this one young woman in particular who had gone through schizophrenia a few years before I had. And she hung out with me even though I was not very communicative, even though I was kind of out of it. She was very supportive and explained to me that, oh, you know, you'll get better at some point. Like, you'll just keep moving through it and you're on your way.
I didn't know what to expect, but when I came, I found that there was a really great community here. There were a sort of a core group of people that were very welcoming, and the workers were fantastic.
There are people that can support you there, and there are a lot of supportive services like Gail Kelly gives you support in finding a job or going back to school, and there's a lot of peer support to be found there too.
Through gaining the confidence that way and starting to believe in myself again, I decided to go back to university, and I worked my way through university with several part-time jobs and scholarships, and it was quite stressful, but I was self-supporting, and I am again. And even after my relapse from about a year ago, I'm back on my feet, and I feel great.